So multiple times I have had moms come into my childbirth prep class like looking horrified, and they're like, oh my God, I have to tell you something. I was like, oh, and I would like freak out thinking like something really bad happened. And they'd be like, I had a glass of wine and raw fish last night. And oh my God, they would just totally freak out, which I get because so many people are like, any alcohol, any sushi is like bad, bad, bad. And while I certainly wouldn't recommend heavily drinking or binging on sushi during pregnancy, in moderation, it's not nearly as bad as many would have you believe. So, in regards to alcohol, so every now and then it can actually be a good thing. And especially in red wine, there's properties in red wine that help to relieve stress and anxiety. So that can be really helpful. And and there was a study published in the peer-reviewed journal PLOS ONE that found that pregnant women who ate oily fish that have long-chain essential fatty acids, they had lower anxiety than their vegetarian peers. So that all of that can help to reduce anxiety, which, as we know during pregnancy, can be a game changer because high levels of stress and anxiety can be not great for the health of a pregnancy. So, with all that said, there are still concerns, right? So, in regards to drinking, no research has found that light drinking, which is like 1 to 2 glasses of alcohol or servings of alcohol a week, is harmful to the fetus. So a lot of care providers, if you go to them, it's like, I'm missing my wine so much. Like, is there any amount that's healthy? I bet many of them would give you the go ahead to have like 1 glass of wine a week or every couple of weeks or something like that. Again, it won't be a lot, but they probably won't have a total moratorium unless you have special circumstances. With all of this, if there's certain special circumstances that are causing a tenuous health for you or baby, they might say, you know what, it's best to totally stay away from raw fish, from wine. In that case, I mean, of course, I always recommend listening to your care provider, especially if there's somebody you trust, but to realize that having a couple sips of wine is not going to mean that your baby comes out with a second head. It's usually totally fine to have a little bit of alcohol very sparingly. Okay, so now in regards to the fish, the raw fish, I think this is really interesting. So there's so many things that debunk the belief that like all raw fish is so horrible during pregnancy. So first thing, so a big fear of raw fish is that it's going to give us a parasite, right? But actually, most fish that is sent to like a sushi restaurant is flash frozen before shipment, which kills the parasites. The next one, if salmon is your fish of choice, more often than not, it's farmed instead of wild, which makes it much less susceptible to parasites. So yay. And a study published in Obstetrics and Gynecology reported that sushi that was prepared in a clean and reputable establishment is unlikely to pose a risk during pregnancy. And really what you want to stay away from more than raw fish is fish, cooked or not cooked, that is high in mercury. So king mackerel, marlin, swordfish, tilefish, ahi tuna, which is something you come across a lot in sushi restaurants, and big eye tuna. They're all fishies that we want to stay away from because they're high in mercury. Okay, and then finally, according to a study published in Clinical Microbiology Reviews, most seafood-related illnesses are caused by shellfish, not fish. Something to keep in mind. Okay, so again, if you're really mourning the loss of your vino and your rainbow rolls, go talk to your care provider. Ask them if they think, a little bit is safe every now and then. Have them give you guidelines. If they're like, absolutely not, nothing at all is safe, but you're having a healthy pregnancy and you feel like, I don't really know if that's like totally true, keep asking them questions. If you want, get a second opinion. Or of course you might feel like, you know what, I don't really mind giving up alcohol in sushi. It's not that big of a deal, which is totally a choice. But again, if you slip up and have a few sips of wine or have a few pieces of raw fish, it's probably not the end of the world. So if you have any other questions that I didn't cover about that, let me know in the comments below.